Hello, Facebook ads people. I'm Konstantinos, and this is the Facebook ads breaking news podcast. Hello, guys, another podcast. First of all, I would like to clarify that most probably this is going to be the first podcast, if everything is set up correctly, which I think it is, that we're going to start implementing what we discussed in the previous podcast about having half of the podcast for free and half of the podcast with the Patreon. Some of the questions are going to be answered for free. Some of those are going to be answered inside the Patreon. If you're lucky or unlucky, it's up to you. I just started also to comment on all of the questions that this is going to be an answer on podcast 59, which is going to help us also in the future for every question that we see in the comments to know where it's answered. And I think that we will take it from there. The response from everyone was positive about the mentorship programs and everything else. They do understand. Also, I don't think that it's hurting anyone in the way that I did it with the podcast of having 50% of the questions asked and 50% of the questions being on the paid program. So I think that everybody's happy, even the people that they cannot afford it. They're going to get several questions answered, and if they're lucky, their own question also. Now, before we go to the questions, I would like to discuss about two things. First of all, in the last 7 or 10 days, everybody's crying about Facebook ads, and I can see comments on Reddit, on other places. On Reddit, I'm not so active, but they send me what they write, some people. The thing is that we do have a bad period right now with Facebook, but I don't think it's the end of the world. I can see some accounts struggling. The strong accounts are not even affected, just so you know. Only the smaller accounts have been affected. I think it's going to... I think we're going to overcome it soon. We had a very good Monday, for example, and Tuesday, at least on my end. The weekend was a little bit bad, especially Sunday for results. So I'm still giving them time. And I think I don't consider this a huge problem right now. Compared to other periods that I could see that we had really bad results. So I think it's going to recover because of that, and I can see also that the good accounts, they have zero issues, they're not even impacted at all. Let's go to the next thing that I want to discuss. So if we wanna say something about what I said earlier, maybe you should wait, maybe you should be a little bit patient, and I think it's going to be okay. Next one, cookies. So we all know that the cookies, the third-party cookies, as it has been announced, and Safari has its own, and Chrome has its own regulations about it, they're going to be removed. But what most people don't know is that they're talking about third-party cookies, which is going to be really annoying, at least for me, because this means that you will have to add your code all over again and again, if I am correct. But everybody doesn't know that when we talk about cookies, when it comes to reporting on Facebook ads, we talk about first-party cookies. And if you go now into your settings, into your pixel, and go to settings, and over there scroll a little bit, you're going to see this print screen. There's no print screen. Basically, you're going to see cookie usage, first party cookies on. It has to be on. By default, it's on in all other accounts. I have checked all of my other accounts. None of them was off. Maybe you should check it if you have someone running your ads and they want to take revenge on you, but I always check it now on other accounts that I go. It says data from your website first-party cookies can be set with Meta. When first-party cookies are turned on, this provides additional data that helps Meta deliver relevant ads to people who may be interested in your products or service. So basically, guys, I do believe that maybe the third-party cookies are leaving, but the first-party cookies are going to be here, so we shouldn't be impacted at all in terms of reporting. And this is coming to as an answer to all of these people that they were saying that you should use Triple Whale or any other platform and stuff because we go to a cookieless future. Maybe in the far distance is going to be zero cookies, but right now we have first-party cookies. So whatever they were saying, especially I could hear this kind of theory from people that I could understand that they have no idea about Facebook ads. Mostly on TikTok, I have seen videos from that. There was specifically one woman that I was telling her that you should not use apps and stuff in order to optimize. And she was telling me we go to a cookieless future, you don't understand, you won't be able. And I realized in the second comment that I couldn't engage in a conversation with her, so I told, okay, it, let it be, let her think whatever she wants to think. So I'm starting to reach the point that I do stop arguing with people when I think that it's not worth it. And to be honest with you, I'm really tired of debating people again and again about things that they're, first of all, they're not interesting. It's completely different to debate with people about something that is interesting, how about optimization, the crazy method, and all of that. But debating about people if you have to use Triple Whale or Hyros, I think it's stupid, and I'm not going to do it anymore. Anyway, what you should keep from this conversation is that the cookies, it's something that it's not going to go away as long as you have this on your settings, on your events manager in the API or pixel or datasets or however we want to call it, and you're just going to be fine. I wanted to talk a little bit also about the AI program Sora. This is a new program from ChatGPT. I think still there are several issues with it in terms of how people, the hands of the people or the movements and stuff. But I do believe that later on it's going to revolutionize the way that we do ads, because we're going to be able to create content super fast. Is it going to make agencies, go bankrupt? The ones that are not doing their job properly. For example, if you ask me if I'm afraid of an AI tool which is going to do optimization, I'm not, because most probably I'm going to be one of the people that is going to regulate or train how this AI is going to work. Whoever doesn't have the technological depth or the knowledge to do that, of course they're going to go broke and they're not going to have a job. But I'm not afraid of any AI program. I believe that they're going to help a lot, and I believe that they're going to revolutionize the way that we do Facebook ads. At the end of the day, our algorithm on Facebook is an AI program. And we have so many other things with AI that are helping to have better results, which are becoming better and better. So that's all about it. I think that it's going to get better and better compared to. I'm just excited, guys, to see, because we have AI programs for 1 year now, 1.5, I don't even remember, and we have seen how fast they move. So I'm really curious to see what's going to happen from 10 years from now, Anyway, we will be here, we will be discussing it, I hope, and we will see. But for sure, Sora is going to give some really nice content for ads. And if you have Advantage Plus, Facebook, simplest structures over there from Facebook, which are going to take decisions for you based on AI, and then you solve also the problem of creative, which is the only one now that is not solved. I mean automated, you know. If you solve also the problem of automating the creatives, that is going to be huge. You will just do a lot of ads, but maybe this means that we're going to have higher CPMs because a lot of people are going to do ads. So we will see. I'm really curious to see how and where all of this is going to end. But for sure, I'm really happy that I'm part of this, you know, revolution that we have on the marketing. And I'm not afraid of losing my job. I believe that I will be there among the big companies that they're going to need help from people that they will go into depth. One last thing. I do believe that all of us, me, you, whoever is watching this podcast or listening this podcast, we need to focus on the prompts. So it's not going to be a question if the AI is going to do something good, but the question is going to be how are we going to ask this from an AI program? And I think that the prompts is going to be the next big thing. For example, saying that, okay, I want this video to be like this and this and this. When you're going to find the right prompt to ask it every single time, then you are going to be able to use the AI in the best possible way. So even if you have an AI tool, if you don't have the right prompts to ask the creatives that you want and all of that, it's going to be an issue. You're not going to have the same results. But I do believe that eventually, whoever is going to have the best prompts is the one that's going to win the others. That's all about the news for the week. The Sora AI is something that I wanted to tell in the previous podcast. I don't know if I mentioned it also. I don't remember. Okay, I didn't. So in the previous podcast, we discussed about the mentorship program, so I'm discussing it with you now. Before we go to the questions, I got a message that I would like to comment some things about. The problem with these messages is that these people, they send these messages and then they don't reply. But we will see. So we have one message from Victor. I'm not going to say his last name. Bro, no offense taken at all, by the way, but why spending time making videos, making 500 views and selling glasses in your videos if you spend 100 million on Facebook ads? Now, I get you. I do understand the fact that there are a lot of people out there that they do videos or whatever and all of that, and they are lying, okay? You can say whatever you want. You can think that I'm lying about my spend. By the way, it's not even 100. It's much more. I used to say 100 million plus now because I'm bored of changing the number of all the time. Now, if you think from all of my videos, if you have seen my videos and you think that I'm a charlatan, perfect. You can move on. If you think that all the things that I'm saying don't make any sense and that I haven't spent this amount of money, then I failed. And I'm going to apologize to you for failing you, okay? But I will clear up everything so that we can be clear over here. Why do I make videos that have 500 views? There are several of my videos that they don't even have 500 views, they have much more. The channel is growing. Everybody's starting from somewhere, okay? I started from 0 subscribers, I'm on 15K. As we speak now, we have 15K subs. Why do I even bother selling glasses? I like this brand. I'm using this brand. I don't care if I'm going to make money, but at the same time, I cannot promote it for free. The other thing is that YouTube is actually helping me to get leads. Nobody is working for free. If you think, okay, YouTube for me started as a project that I wanted to make videos without thinking that I will get clients, but it happened along the way. And when I realized that I can get clients from YouTube or selling my course, which is not selling so much, by the way. Okay, my course is selling 10 courses every month, something like that. If you think that I should share everything for free, let me tell you that I don't believe in that. okay, and we can debate about that. You can think that I need to have a charity or something, but I don't believe in that. I believe that I have a particular set of knowledge and skills, and I believe that I should be paid for that. I do believe that I help for free. All of my content on YouTube and everything is free. The only thing that I'm going to monetize is just 30 minutes or half podcast, as we want to call it, every week, and that's it. And everyone else is going to continue. All the core videos are going to stay here for free. Now, if you come here and you are making a comment, no offense, just because I don't make videos with Lambos or expensive villas or expensive trips, sorry, but this is not who I am. And maybe I'm doing this lavish life, but I will never put it on the social media. So, because it's none of your business, by the way, what I drive or where I live or whatever. But if you are convinced from people that they have Lambos, let me tell you that I make more money from most of these people, but I'm just not flexing it. Okay, so you have to understand that if you believe those people more than me, then this is what you deserve. You deserve people that they are serving Lambos and stuff like Tai Lopez or whoever. Now, I keep making the videos because I like it, okay? I do keep investing on YouTube because I get clients. I have an affiliate code with Banner glasses because I like the glasses and they help me not to have a headache. And all of my personal and friends are using them also for the same reason. And I'm going to continue doing that because since day one, I wasn't on YouTube with the psychology of I will fake it until I make it. I was already making a lot of money when I came to YouTube because I already had clients for several years. So I hope that this is going to, if you think that someone who is spending 100 million or 200 million per year, they should not do a YouTube channel, then you don't know anything about entrepreneurship. Of course, I want to make and show my results, my strategies, my videos, find more clients. It's all about growth. Okay. So who should be making videos on YouTube, in your opinion? People that they spend 10K. Why? Just to show that they spent 10K. I came to YouTube when I was spending millions and I came since day one showing other accounts. I really don't understand your way of thinking over here. If you think, I don't understand if you are debating the fact that I have spent 100 million or more, or if you're saying, why do you even bother to make YouTube? I do bother because, I like to do the videos and I get more clients out of it. Okay. And on the same time, I do help. Yes, there are some people in the world that they do believe that they can help some people. And on the other hand, but I'm not going to take it under that prism, okay? I want you to take it under the prism that I do benefit from these videos, okay? And and along the way, I can help some people that they get content for free. Win-win, that's perfect. On the other hand, if you are debating the fact that I have spent more than 100 million on the platform, just do the math from the videos that I'm showing, and you are going to understand that I'm not over exaggerating, I'm under exaggerating, if there is a phrase like this. So, yeah, I just wanted to comment on all of that. If now I have to show videos with Lambos and my house and all of that in order to convince you, then you are in the wrong channel, because most probably this is never going to happen here. And not even on my social media or stuff. I don't post my personal life and how I can go every night, for example, in a swimming pool full of golden coins. Nobody knows it, nobody will learn it, okay? It doesn't matter, because I don't want you to come here for this reason. I want you to come here for the things that I'm saying about Facebook ads. I'm not trying to convince anyone with a lavish life, showing that I live inside the wealth just so that you can be convinced. You can think whatever you want about me. Don't criticize me about other things. Criticize me about the things that I say on Facebook ads. This channel is about Facebook ads. It's not a lifestyle channel to do dropshipping or something else to convince you to buy a course. You don't want to buy my course. Don't buy my course. I don't care about it. I will still continue doing free content over here. And if you don't believe on that, I would strongly suggest you to go spend this amount of money on your own, try to achieve it, and when you achieve it, see if you're going to talk in the same way that I'm going to talk, and then try to actually, And also something else, show me your views. For example, have you tried doing YouTube videos to have at least 500 views per, and I'm not even mentioning the other videos that they're having, more views, but let's say the 500 views, because my videos, when I post something, they get in the first 3-4 days 500 views, and some of those they're picking up later. Anyway, I'm not going to lose more time on this because I want to answer as many questions as I can on the free part of the podcast, but I hope that you do understand my point, and this is also a message to whoever wants to, hate and stuff. And okay, I guess you said no offense and stuff. I replied already to you on the comments, but you never replied back, so I wanted to give an answer here. Not that you're going to see the podcast, because most probably you wrote something, but you're not watching the podcast or anything. You just maybe came in a random video. Okay, that's it. Let's go to questions. Let's try to answer as many as we can in the free hour, in the free time. Jonathan over here. Also, small update, since your advice and video you created about my screw up on scaling too fast. Oh, hi Jonathan. I have had this performance. November 1700 2.23, it was December 3500 2.77, so increased. January 6k 3.26, was February 7.2 2.62. So far in February, I think I've been impacted with these past 2 weeks from the so-called outage in Facebook ads performance. I have been hearing about online, so I plan to reduce spend slowly and see how it goes, but nonetheless, I believe scaling more conservatively has given me much consistent results. Thanks. Guys, this is a podcast. I don't remember when it was. Maybe my employee here can find it. Or maybe it was a video. Was it a video? Oh, so we exposed him on the video. So we have Jonathan here. I do remember he scaled really aggressive, like from 10k to 30k in 1 month, and then more and stuff. And it was during July, August, September, and November. And I have made a video of explaining why you shouldn't have done this and that and that, and maybe we can include it a little bit, just for the context of that. Maybe let's mention the podcast and the time of it. Let's not put it here as a sound, because we're going to lose time from the other questions. Jonathan, I'm really glad from your progress, and I do think that you could be a little bit more aggressive with your scaling. 3.5 to 6k is fine. 6 to 7.2, maybe you went slower because you had 2.62, so I get it. So okay, fine. I see that this scaling is fine. Perfect. And I'm really glad that all of this has helped you, Let's go to the next one, and we're going to put the podcast and the time that you can find this so that you can listen to it if you want. Hi Konstantinos, I had stable campaigns from January and February, but since February 14 everything has tanked. It's what I told you guys about the last 14 days and the problems that we had on the platform. What is the best way to deal with this? Break even is 1.58. He's showing me, I'm not going to show you these print screens because they come from the group, but he's showing me one over here that is having some good ROAS, and another one that it has, for example, 2 ROAS and then it tanks immediately to 0.9, 0.9, and only one the retargeting, it's still having 1.85. it's a very tough decision that you have to take over here. Either you have to start slowing the spends and see what is going to happen. I can tell you that since today, which is 29, which is the end of the month, the smaller ad accounts that have been impacted on my end, they haven't recovered. Do I believe that they're going to recover? 100%, I believe, because I do believe that in other accounts that they are operating for a time, the campaigns are not just dying, they're going to recover eventually. The problem is if you can afford it, that's the biggest question. If you cannot afford it, just lower spend, but don't start. I don't want you to start all over and saying, oh my God, I have to find new creatives, new copies, new strategies, and try to duplicate and try again and again and again. When you're going to do that, you're going to realize that nothing is going to work, because eventually everything is going to work when it's going to work for the other accounts, or these campaigns are going to start having better results. On the previous year, I realized this and I started using it a lot, and it helped me a lot. We test new things when the things are doing well. We don't test new things when the things are doing bad, because it's like we don't want them to be successful. When things are not doing well in a period, we don't test new things because most probably they're not going to work. We are trying to exploit the things that we have seen that they have worked in the previous period. So the big question here is, do you wait to actually have some return, on the good result, or you are trying to lower the budget or relaunch a campaign? For example, if you have a campaign there for 5 months, 6 months, this campaign is going to recover. The problem is when this is going to happen. And if you cannot afford it, maybe you have to lower the budget, but still you are hurting the campaign. The best thing that you can do is to leave it as it is, but if you're losing money, I do get that you cannot do that. So it's a very tricky situation. I do believe that if you cannot keep them as they are, try to lower the spend. If these campaigns are 1 week or 2 weeks or 5 weeks old and stuff, it doesn't matter. You can just close them and start new ones. But I'm talking here about old campaigns. Don't just close old campaigns and abandon them just because of 5, 6, 7, 10 bad days. Next one. Konstantinos catching up on some videos today. Quick question. Pertaining, I don't know this verb, pertaining to dynamic creative elements breakdown. If we are testing multiple creatives, headlines, texts with manual ad settings, and certain options are performing better, is it better practice to go into that ad and remove the least performing headlines, text, CTAs, creatives, such the ad then performs for best performer, or will this cause issues and it is better to take different approach, like starting a new ad, say in advanced plus campaign, but this time with only the best creatives, copies, CTAs? Hope this is a question others had. Thank you. Yeah, this is a question that other people have. I do understand with the way that you write that you have seen a lot of my videos, because you know already the question, the answer, which is the second part. So when you're going to do changes into an ad, you're going to reset it. There is no point to that. This is something that came from my viewers, to be honest with you, and let me tell you what is this. So I have seen that in smaller budgets, I was using, for example, 5, 6 creatives, 8 creatives, 10 creatives in a dynamic creative ad, and over there, I have realized from the comments that there are a lot of people that they were taking the best 2 or 3 and they were putting them in another campaign, and this campaign was doing better, not only because it was using the 3, but it was having better budget distribution among these 3 because the budget wasn't so big. For example, if you have 100 and you have 10 creatives, 5 copies, 5 headlines, then the budget is being scattered more along all of these combinations. So if you have a small budget and then you duplicate the campaign and you go and you're just putting inside the 2 best copies and the 3 or 4 or 5 videos that are working and all of that after your initial test, then that means that you're going to have better budget distribution. If you have bigger budgets, there is no issue. You can just always launch them. Facebook is going to find the best possible way. So to answer your question, I think that you should keep it as it is in the initial campaign, maintain it. And if you want, you can scale by just picking the best. The reason is that I don't want you to reset your campaign and send it back to the learning phase. And it doesn't have to be necessarily an advanced plus campaign, the new one. It can be a new campaign with exactly the same structure, but without the extra creatives and headlines that they didn't work. And you can also do if you want advanced plus, but it's up to you. Still, these are proven working assets, so you can do whatever you want with it, just in a new campaign. Don't touch the one that is working. This is a rule that we always have for all of our ads. Next one. I'm starting setup campaigns on my website now. Can anyone tell me about the budget breakdown in Start? So I had some conversation with this person in my group. I do realize after discussing that he's having a very small budget. And let me try actually to find the conversation here, guys. Sorry. So let's go. Where are you? There it is. Okay. So I'm telling to him, a basic structure is 80% cold, 20% retarget, or 100% advanced plus campaigns. It really depends on your budget, store niche, country, pixel data, AOV, and many more factors. What I'm trying to tell to him is that it's like you are asking me, explain to me the universe in a sentence, you know. It's not easy for me to do that, okay? So we have so many things to discuss before we even go to that. He says country is USA, niche pets, products, pixel data. I think it is a new one. He doesn't even know, and also nothing, anything in pixel. Can you please tell me a roadmap? I guess. So I do realize that this is one thing which is coming from people that they are inexperienced, but also from people that they are lazy. I do believe that this person here is lazy. Sorry. And I do believe that they want to tell them, and I just don't get it, guys. So if I come and tell you, run a $50 advanced plus campaign, are you going to be satisfied with that? Someone telling you that without justifying, without saying anything, are you going to be okay? Why does everybody want to follow a blueprint and stuff in such a complex thing, which is the Facebook ads? It's not that easy to tell you do this and that just by saying that you're having, you know, a pet niche store and stuff. And also all of these are red flags to me. The pet niche, country USA, it smells drop shipping from far away, and then says budget is 1,000. But it's not the maximum budget. I can spend more if you give me a great suggestion. It's always the same situation. Just so you know, all the people that they do say that I can spend more if I have results and stuff, they don't mean it. Okay? Because you're going to have more issues if you're going to spend more. And believe me, it's not like, okay, I will take the money from the profits and I will put them again. You need much more. It's completely different from spending 10K and completely different from spending 30K. You have more expenses on that side. I want to generate sales and want to set up a visitor circle on the website. I tell him that the budget is super small. In that case, the only thing that I would do is go with an advanced plus campaign. Because I think that this is the best bet that he's going to have. But I don't really appreciate when I get questions that they come from people that they don't want to think at all. They just want to say, okay, give me something to do, and I don't even want to think about it. You know, in this channel, we don't work with blueprints, and we are never going to. So I'm just saying that you know, I find it bizarre and I find it annoying, and I'm getting annoyed when I get these kind of questions, to be honest with you. Next question is coming from Antonaros, he's Greek. I have some questions. Right now I'm spending around 200 USD daily, and because here 200 USD, I'm not answering to him because he's spending 200. I do understand that, but you have to understand that Facebook doesn't care if you don't have a budget, okay? Uh, and so do I. I have to tell you the truth. I'm not going to be sorry for you because you have only 1K to spend and tell you a solution. Maybe there is no solution in the way that you want it to. It's like you're having 1K and you want to buy a Ferrari. There's no solution to that, okay? So I have some questions right now. I'm spending around 200 USD daily with ABO campaign, and I have the same assets inside that I have duplicated sometimes and scaled each asset on different budget. I tried 2-3 times doing CBO with the same asset inside duplicated, but this didn't work for me. I think if I keep duplicate the ad inside the ABO campaign, I will stop seeing good results because I noticed my ROAS has started dropping down from 2.3 to 1.5 to 1.6 last week. Where's the question? So it says I'm spending around 200 with ABO and I have the same as a site that I have duplicated sometimes. So you're doing ABO and you're just duplicating assets. I guess you're increasing the budget each time. Yeah, okay, the drop, maybe it's irrelevant to what you're doing, just so you know, because we have a bad period. I don't see any question. I'm guessing you're trying to tell me what you should do next. I don't like to be super strong opinion here and tell you that most probably you're doing something wrong with your CBO, because there's no way that the CBO can lose to an ABO. But let's say that you have a unique case and only ABO is working. You have to find a strategy with ABO and you have to keep doing it until you have good results. Now, the fact that you're using always the same ad, it's a little bit problematic because it means that you're just abusing something that is working a lot of times. So I do believe that you should focus also on other creatives or other products or expanding to other countries, whatever that may be. In your case, I don't know. But also keep trying about CBO, because CBO, as I said, this is why we should not run things on bad periods, right? Like now. And if it's going to work, then you will see that you will have much better control with CBO. That's all, I guess. You didn't ask anything, so I imagined your question, I guess. Okay, let's go to the next one. Konstantinos, thank you. Please add the following question to podcast 59 too. So you made another question also, I guess. If the Advanced Plus campaign is slightly profitable, but performance drop even more after doing first round of crazy method optimization, closing losing ads and reducing budget accordingly, how would you approach the situation? Do you launch the campaign or looking forward to your views? So we have an Advanced Plus campaign which is slightly profitable, but performance drop even more after doing first round of crazy method optimization. I don't know what you... I don't know... You're talking about a first round of crazy method optimization. We're not doing crazy method optimization in Advanced Plus campaigns. In Advanced Plus campaigns, we have a completely different way of optimizing the campaign. So I'm going to just believe that you mean normal optimization. Okay, so let's say that we talk about normal optimization, okay? Even more after doing first round of crazy method optimization and reducing budget accordingly. Okay, so we need to discuss something so that we can be clear. Crazy method is when we do a CBO campaign and we run the same ad set several times. This is crazy method. There is another comment that says, can I run crazy method with ABO? There is no crazy method without CBO. CBO and crazy method is something that goes together. We use the crazy method when we have one ad set that's working, whatever ad set that may be, and we duplicate it several times in a new CBO, then it's a crazy method. The optimization that we do in crazy method is CBO optimization. There is no crazy method optimization, it's CBO optimization. And the optimization that we do in Advantage Plus is Advantage Plus optimization, because this is an ABO, Advantage Plus is an ABO, and we optimize on the ad level. With CBO, we optimize on the ad set level. Okay? Now that we discussed this, let's talk a little bit about your situation here. In every single optimization that we do, we always go and we see if it wants to continue optimizing. And what I'm trying to say is this. You see that you are left with 2, 3 ads, 4 ads in your Advanced Plus. Do they have enough spend? Is the leading ad getting the ROAS that you want so that you can continue having good results? Blah, 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 and all of that. If you're having all of that, then that means that you can continue optimizing this campaign. Also, dropping the budgets, I will say it again and again, is when we are at the end of the optimization. So we are going to drop the budget. There are several exclusions to that, but I'm not going to discuss this. When we're dropping the budget, that means that, okay, I decided that I have A, B, C ad. I'm going to work with only those 3, nothing else. I close all the rest. I see yesterday the budget, and I'm putting this budget now to the ads. This is how the optimization is actually working, okay? So don't be confused with other things. You don't have to lower the budget every time that you turn off one ad. It's the last move that we do in order to stabilize the campaign and say that we don't want to optimize more. But to answer your question, it's always a question. Why am I optimizing this? Okay? Does it make sense? Am I going to get somewhere? If you see that you go and your break-even ROAS is 2 and all of your ads over there, they have 0.2, then there is no... then there is nothing to work for, okay? There is nothing for you at the end of the tunnel in order to keep optimizing. What are you going to get? 0.2. So you can close this campaign, you can relaunch. But if you see that your leading ad, for example, is having very good results and the others are not, then it worth it, and you keep trying so that you can get the results that you actually want. This is the end of the first part of the Facebook Ads Breaking News podcast. If you don't want to miss the second half of the podcast, where I'm answering all the remaining questions of the week, visit my Patreon page following the link on the description. This was the Facebook Ads Breaking News podcast. Like it or not, it is what it is.